Um, yeah, to Cashify and the AIST. Now, I see my own position as a third way that integrates the problems, the solutions of both of yours. Um, Kashify says that we are just in a waking dream. Now, this means it's just like a dream. Somebody could become lucid. But that's just a metaphor, okay? Dreams at night are different from this dream what we have when we're awake. Granted, they both might be things that you think of as dreams. But guess what? The dream at night may be subject to the limits of the dream of the day just as well. It's not that the unlimits that you imagine of the dreams at night. Most people aren't lucid dreamers, for example. Maybe most can't be. Um, Maybe the limits are going to transfer. You can't assume those unlimits are the ones automatically going to transfer if they're both alike. It goes both ways, that connection. But the fact is, like as you said the key. The waking dream is more consistent. Why? Why is it more consistent? Materialism is a subjectively based theory that the reason is something called material. What is material? Well, it's a little tautological, isn't it? It's whatever is the reason. Okay. However, this theory plays very well when we share our perceptions with other people. So if I see something, there's a toy here. I see it. It's a physical object. Okay. And I tell you about it, or I record it and make a two-dimensional picture and put it on the internet. Now you see the two-dimensional picture. Okay. That's a very consistent, persistent thing, right? Now, do you see it? If you see it and you can tell me that you see it, you say it's black. Well, I've got monochrome on, so you don't know if that's actually black, but it actually is black, and it's sort of gold and stuff. You see some of the elements of it, and you could tell me that. Was I really holding something up in that video? Yes, I saw you holding up a thing. It looked consistent with what you said, but I couldn't see the red on it. Okay, now how do I get that information? Confirming my own personal perceptions through perceptions of you talking and saying that to me. I collect those in perceptions. And so the consistency is not just over time, but the consistency is between all of these other people. Now we call that, again, just like we did in the first step, we call that the material reality. Whatever it is that allows us to have common perceptions. Why the fuck do we have common perceptions? Nobody's thought of a reason why we have to, or even why anybody else has perceptions, or why we have perceptions. We're just checking it out, and we check it out, and there's this extra level of interpersonal consistency with some of our perceptions and not with others. Okay, and that's an important distinction. And you want to say, well, it's all a dream. Well, maybe it's all a dream. So what? Maybe nighttime dreams are more limited than you think as a result. Maybe they're limited like these daytime dreams seem to be. In fact, that's what I believe. And I believe the daytime dream is the superior metaphor that we should be working from. The daytime dream is the one that's really, really, really interesting. And the nighttime dream is pretty much only interesting in relationship to the real one. You know, if you can interpret your dreams, then they're very interesting. But guess what? You're interpreting them to be about the waking dream. Okay? If they're just about themselves, then they're hard to even remember. Okay? Now, I don't think it's another world. It's two joined worlds. Which one is the superset? I think the waking dream is. And that's what the is to say now. Saying that it's external, well, all these perceptions, my perceptions of this, my perceptions of you talking about that, all of those perceptions, they're internal. The idea of an external world, all internal. And all my logic is among these internal things. All my truth statements among these internal things. So I don't have to assert the external world. All I'm asserting is that distinction that you admitted, that the waking dream is remarkably consistent over time, and I'm adding interpersonally. Okay. Remarkably consistent, inexplicably consistent, and nothing like nighttime dreams in terms of that consistency. And also, of course, dreams are more intensely personally relevant. The waking dream also, very intensely personally relevant, but it feels very intensely personal, more so than a nighttime dream.